welcome back to World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King, Classic Blind. We're gonna go on a bit of a detour here. We've flown past Wormrest Temple so many times. I think it's time we get over there. And we do have a quest to go to Wormrest Temple. Going to be getting back to all the quests here for Winterguard right after we check that out. To Wormrest Temple. We just do random things sometimes. Now, how are we gonna get there? Looks like the path through the mountains here should work. Just gonna go see what they're up to. And also I kind of wanted to get on top of the temple if possible. I don't know how likely that is. Here we are in Dragonblight. Let's even go this way. This is the Bronze Dragon Shrine. Guess that's more over there. Can we get down the mountain this way? That's the real question. This way. You can kind of see on the map where traversable locations are. Anywhere that's not the Grey Cliffs, at least. Alright. Oh, here we are. It's a big place. Big place. Let's see what the dragons are up to here. Oh, there's an elite right there. Ice Shatter. That's probably fine. Got some ice remnants. This is the Mirror of Dawn. Interesting. Oh, we can mine these guys. I will take some geodesic fragments any day. Dragon bone condors. Just chill on dead dragons. That's pretty hardcore. Let's get inside here. This is the Bronze Dragonflight, possibly. Wormrest Temple. We got a few different colors. We got all sorts of guys here. We got the Stable Master. There is. Oh, there's a flight path with this dragon over here. Nethostras Flight Master. New flight path. Oh, there you go. That'll be very convenient. Like the dragons have trees. And an Azure Drake just fell from the sky. Oh my gosh. There is a battle going on above. There is the, I believe this was the Path of the Titans, right through here. That's interesting. See if there's anybody else out around the edge here. There's a basement. There's a lot of stuff. That's just where the road goes, I suppose. Here is Teriel Strass. Has a quest for us. Welcome to... Or, we have the quest to give to him. Welcome to Wormrest Temple, traveler. Here the Dragonflights confer in peace with... right. They confer in peace amongst the bones of their honored ancestors. What about all the dead dragons falling from the sky? I'm sure we'll get to that. At least, we were peaceful until the blue Dragonflight launched a surprise attack upon the temple itself. There you go. Enter with our blessing, but know that we will brook no aggression within our walls. Gaining an audience. Yes? What can I do for you, dwarf? Got it. A letter of introduction to the Queen? Let me see that. Whatever your business is, I hope that's important. Those guys are full of attacking blues today. So I've seen. Speak with your ambassador. The dragon in elf form takes your letter of introduction, perusing it for a moment, then stashing it away within his sleeve. Everything seems to be in order. However, if you don't mind, I would ask that you speak with your ambassador here at the temple. She has something of great import for you that needs taken care of before we send you up to the queen. He pats the letter under his sleeve. I'll keep this safe for you until you return. Speak with L'Oreal Trueblade.
Remember the sun well. Our enemies
They have some options here. Please allow me to ride one of the drakes to the queen's chamber at the top of the castle. I don't think we can do that yet. Wow, did they just let me do it? Didn't they say that we need to do stuff before they let me go see the queen? We're just going up here. Oh yeah, we totally can get to the top. There's a lot of dragons protecting this orb here. Is that the queen? Yeah, we're not supposed to be up here yet. A lot of quests up here. Who were we supposed to talk to? Nalius, Chromie, Orithicus, Crassus. Yeah, none of these are the right person.
Hello.
And you are a quartermaster for Wormrest. So this is another reputation here. Who brings me back down? Is it you? You show over to the ruling council. Would you like to head back down, warrior? And see to it that one of these drakes sees you safely to where you need to go. And, oh, you can also go to the middle of the temple. I'd like to go to the ground level. This is dangerous. There's all these elite dragons flying around. My goodness. Let's talk to the ambassador here first. They're probably on the bottom floor. Dragon transportation system. You'll love to see it. Here we've got an innkeeper right in the middle of this massive room.
Good day to you.
Demistras. You're welcome in Wormrest Temple, dwarf. Forgive the commotion outside. With Nalgos's recent acts, we have found ourselves besieged. You may still rest here under our protection, should you need it. And he's got food.
See you
How
now.
nice. What else we got here? We got general goods. Fantastic. We've got supplies. Typical. Trade goods.
Pleased to meet you.
And
I'm listening.
wands. We can't use wands. But then we have the ambassador here. I don't think we can afford to pass an opportunity to ingratiate ourselves with the Red Flight. With the battles ahead, having them as allies would be invaluable. This is the Red, possibly. Speak with your ambassador. You must be Eric Erickson. I was told you'd be coming. I have something I think you're uniquely qualified to take care of, and by doing it, you'll be ingratiating yourself with the dragons here. Port to the Ruby Dragon Shrine. We need you at the Ruby Dragon Shrine. The dragons are beset on all sides by the Blue Flight and the Scourge. They're no better a state than we are. The situation seems dire, but this affords us a rare opportunity to establish a valuable alliance. I secured a regiment to aid the Red Dragonflight against the Scourge at the Ruby Dragon Shrine. We have a fight. If you have a fight in you, please go find Sarastras on the ridge east of the shrine. Help him in any way you can. Port to that guy at the Ruby Dragon Shrine.
Farewell.
We can do that. Alright, Stras.
What brings you here?
Hello, dwarf. Sorry you had to see our sacred land for the first time in such a state. Yeah. It is in quite the state. I would agree with that. So let's go and see if we can pick up the quests up above. Oh my gosh, that guy's dead. Just to have them on our quest list.
State your business.
Also, we go to the middle.
The reckoning.
See if there's anything in the middle. We're going really far away to go back in. Definitely attacks. This is the middle floor, where we got Lord Anachronist, Commander of Warcraft Temple Defenses.
Can I help you?
Queen Anachronist has placed me in charge of the defense of Warcraft Temple. As you know, MacLeod had his forces destroy a nearby ley line anchor. Yep, we investigated that. The forces of the Dragonflight then redirected that power to the Azure Dragon Shrine. Blue dragons using that power to strengthen themselves, so much so that they dare attack the temple itself. They're starting to win. You here to help us? Yes. But also, yes.
See you later.
Back to the top, pick up these quests. And then if we find ourselves in the area, we can do these. A lot of Dragon Guardians up here. And it makes a lot of sense. This is Dragon Blight. More dragon than blight, it seems. So let's see what we got up here. Lord Ilthus, Ambassador of the Green Dragonflight. Yes? Seeds of the Lashers. We need more weapons in the fight against the Scourge. The natural properties of the Emerald Dragon Shrine to the southeast may be the answer. Any unliving creature, save those that Sylvanus has redeemed, that steps foot in that Dragon Shrine falls to dust. I want to test a theory. I want you to be my instrument in doing so. Young dwarf. Go to the Emerald Dragon Shrine, take the seeds from the Emerald Lashers therein. Alright.
Till next we meet.
We've got Karsus, consort of the Queen. The Queen's consort nods in acknowledgement of your presence. And Alexstrasza, the Lifebringer, Queen of the Dragons. My goodness.
Our destiny awaits.
Greetings, my dwarf friend. You honor me with your presence. How may I help you?
Stand tall.
We'll be helping them later. Clearly.
Hey.
Chromie is ambassador of the Bronze Dragonflight. So yeah, I think most of the guys around here were the Red Dragonflight. Garrison, good to see you. Or is this the first time that we've met? I'm in so many places and times right now, I sometimes have a hard time keeping track of it all. Mystery of the Infinite. A time storm at the Bronze Dragon Shrine to the northeast is keeping immortals from entering. The Infinite Dragonflight are in a fight inside with the defenders to wrest control of the Dragon Shrine. Let's take this opportunity to gain information. You are not immortal. You can cross into the Dragon Shrine, use the Hourglass of Eternity. Protect the Hourglass for long enough, and the leader of the Infinite Dragonflight should be revealed. Be warned, the Infinite Dragonflight will try to stop you. Sounds dangerous.
Very good.
So just go to all the different Dragon Shrines. This is Nallis, Ambassador of the Black Dragonflight.
Well met.
So we got bronze, black, green, red, and blue. Does being in the presence of a black dragon make you nervous? Good, it should. It makes these dragons nervous too. They cling to their ancient virtues though. They wouldn't dare attack me here, fools. The Obsidian Dragon Shrine. The Scourge come. Corlistras calls upon his allies in a futile attempt to save their Ruby Dragon Shrine. But it seems the good graces of the Red Flight don't extend to the saving the shrines of the other flights. Surprised? I'm not. There is another of my brood who is left to clear our Obsidian Dragon Shrine of the undead vermin that now infest it. All it would take to prove yourself more noble and righteous than Alexstrasza herself is a quick jaunt over there and a few swings of a blade. I'm amused. Go to the Obsidian Dragon Shrine.
Have a good one.
Alright. Lots of quests. We go to a lot of places. Cross those off the list right now. So, yeah. There. Perfect. Now let's get back to the bottom here. So, we've got a lot of options here with the dragons. Definitely wanted to come over here and check this out. So, let me go to the ground level. We can. What are we doing here? Something in front of the central dragon. What's next? Light's Trust. Call the Crusade. She's looking for ill bodies. Venture north to Light's Trust. Speak to Crusader Malice. Alright. We're heading to the Onslaught area. Okay. So many dragons here. Very impressive. Also, there was a basement to check out. Or, not so much a basement as a road. I guess it is a basement, too. Well, let's go down there. On the Path of the Titans. Scouting the area with Farsight. Very cool. Path of the Titans goes up this way. I think the gate for something is over the other way. Dragon Wastes. See if there's anything down below here on the Path of the Titans. Could it be more dragons? It's probable. It's probable. And this is dragons falling from the sky constantly here. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. More protectors. Well, 80 elites in Hormuz Temple. Legion front can be found one follows this Path of the Titans, which to the north. Okay. Legion front, yep. Lots of places we can go. Now, what do we have here? We got Warden of the Chamber. He's doing some magic. It's a portal. Stand in it. Seems fine. They're just doing stuff. More Wardens of the Chamber. Another thing they're doing here. This one looks like an actual portal. Yeah. Must be level 80 and in a raid group to enter. Okay. Requiring max level too. That's impressive. What's this say? Meanstone for the Obsidian Sanctum. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of dragons doing stuff here. This one's looking all green. Obsidian Sanctum is probably the black. Oh, these guys are dead. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. So the path goes into here, but not out the other side. That's interesting. Cool place. Gonna be apparently back here much later. Here's the Hourglass of Eternity, which we need to bring to somewhere. Over at the Bronze Dragon Shrine. Will the dragon just fall behind us? Probably. Okay. So if we want to get to... Let's check our information here. We need to get over to the Onslaught camp. Northeast path from Winterguard. Also coming out. Onslaught. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to Winterguard to start. We have many directions we could be going now. There's these guys. Having a fun time. Or a battle to the death. Probably not that fun of a time. Let's go to Winterguard. While we fly past all the aggressive dragons, let's keep looking at things. The Onslaught map, that's what we need. Northeast of Winterguard Keep. Okay. It's an outpost there. Perfect. I think that should work. Let's see what the best path to the northeast would be. Because Max Ramus is like right there. Wasn't there like a side path or something that we could take? Maybe we go that way. We need to get to the Onslaught. Scarlet Onslaught, guys. I'd ride a dragon for that. Always fun. Alright. Back to this. There's a path over in the mountains over that way. The path? Can we go over this way? Back behind here? I think this will work. Avoid the absolute disaster of the town down below. Probably a good shout. That's up here. We have... Okay. This should work. We can climb up the mountain more if we wanted. We generally need to just kind of go around this way a little bit more. What do we got over here? There's an Onslaught Scout. That's exactly what we're looking for. You have been scouted. And we got some pants. Nature protection. Path of Redemption quest item. I read through a copy. Diary of High General Abendus. The voice whispered, "Come to me." From the very beginning, I knew that it was the Holy Light speaking to me in dreams. At last, after all my years of prayers and good deeds, the cleansing of the blight of the unliving from the face of Azeroth, after all the failures and resurrections, finally, it happened again. "Come to me," the light commanded. I woke up freezing, wasn't cold in my chambers. I'm going to redouble my efforts. I'll tell the High Abbot tomorrow that I want prayers increased, no more half measures. The Holy Light has taken notice of our good work. I can feel it. This time I was awake. It was very vivid, and yet for over a minute, in the middle of a warm sunny day, my breath came out misted and chill. One of the priests noticed and dropped to his knees in prayer. No one else heard the voice, though. At least the witness proves that I'm not going insane. Maybe I should ask Lardgren to pray on the matter. I'll get Jordan and Street to scrutinize their recurring efforts tomorrow. We've grown bloated with ranks of unbelievers who yearn only to destroy the undead. That's not enough. The commander and the bishop were both receptive, not that they had any choice. Bishop Street, in particular, seemed very enthusiastic, spoke of a revival for the crusade, and swore to ferret out the weak of faith within our ranks. Told him to go easy. I have no intention of destroying the crusade. However, I do like the sound of forming an elite cadre of the most faithful to the light's bidding in Northrend. Fear the man's fellowship with Alphonse is slowly twisting him. They both have their uses, though. I'll leave most of the crusade here to continue mopping up operations on the undead in our backyard. Imagine that once they've finished what we began, most will disband and go back to their homes to live in peace. That somehow seems right. At our finest, we have always been the salt of the earth, rising up to take back our homes from the filth of the Scourge corruption, to return our Lordran to its former glory, to a time before the Scourge, before Arthas, and Retricide, before the Lich King. There have been whispers amongst the men, but a day soon to come that will change everything for the Scarlet Crusade. Bishop Street has put a name to it, calling it the Crimson Dawn. I'll put some thought to this, though I can feel the truth of it in my bones. Pray that it will bring weal for us rather than woe. The light has spoken again. With a great deal of urgency, I came away from the dream with a sense of impatience. I will not disappoint. There must be no more delays. We must soon be underway. What a great coincidence then. And I had to control myself from showing my relief. This afternoon, Captain Shelley procured for us a number of new ships for the voyage. Perhaps it was no coincidence at all. The Holy Light expresses its will in ways that we are not meant to understand. I'll take the Sinner's Folly as my flag. I think the name is most fitting. Now I know why the light has been pushing me to be underway. In the dead of night, a scourged necropolis appeared in the sky over us and outpoured the minions of hell. A new breed of Death Knight leads the assault. Already the casualties we've suffered have been catastrophic. With the scourge able to strike at us anywhere and at will from above, there seems no way to mount a proper defense. Fear that our intended expedition to Northrend is over before it has begun. I've been informed that Hearthglen and the surrounding area have already begun to assemble a host. High Commander Galvar Pureblood himself tends to lead them to save us. His efforts will be for naught. I must see to it that my best couriers get through the enemy lines and warn him off. Hearthglen must prepare to dig in and rally the rest of the crusade. With any luck, they'll get through before nightfall. There's been no word from any of my couriers this morning. It's clear that none of them made it through to Hearthglen. The Plague Lands are lost. Pureblood will come with his forces, and they'll be annihilated out in the open. This afternoon, I received a vision from the light. In it, I saw the utter destruction of everything that we've built here. The message was clear. I was being told to take the remainder of the most faithful and abandon the crusade to their doom. Lardgren later told me that he'd received the same vision. Cannot comprehend how the light would tell us to take such a dishonorable action. But it's not my place to question. I am to obey, and obey I shall. It was with trepidation that I gazed upon New Avalon. I suspect for the last time. Our fate lies in Northrend. I'm filled with a sense of ominous foreboding for some reason. The mission ahead should shake away these concerns. I'll put them out of my mind. Perhaps with luck, High Commander Pureblood will somehow endure and marshal the survivors. I'm a coward, a dog running away with my tail tucked between my legs. 2 months, they tell me that this journey is going to take. The other ships aren't built for speed like the Folly. They are carrying most of our forces and equipment, and they're not much more than single-sail freighters, but they'll get there safely. I'm not looking forward to this, but for the light I will endure the seasickness. I simply mustn't let the others see. I've not ridden in a while. It's as much as I can do to stand upright and not get sick. The men are beginning to wonder why I keep myself holed up in my cabin most of the time. It'd be good for morale for them to see me. It wouldn't be good for morale for them to see me this way. It shouldn't be long now. Pray that it won't be. 6 weeks already, and every day it seems that the weather gets worse. I can only hope that Northrend itself does not have such horrible weather. I wasn't built for the cold. Oh, that's unfortunate. The Holy Light has been silent for a very long time. We were attacked with no warning whatsoever. Giants and massive oared longships came out of the mist like ghosts. They were silent as the dead. I lost a ship and all the men on it. We fought with great courage and skill, considering that we have only the most rudimentary naval combat training. Afterward, the screams of our men who'd been taken captive by the giants echoed across the water. After a while, it grew silent again. Bishop Street led the men in prayers. I woke this morning in the middle of making adjustments to my maps. The light was guiding my hand, showing me exactly where to go. We must be close. Landfall. Exiting the rowboat upon the beach, planted our banner, and was overcome by the Holy Light, which spoke through me. Today is the Crimson Dawn, the great day that we've waited for. This is to be the site of New Hearthglen. We are no longer the Scarlet Crusade, we are now the Scarlet Onslaught. An onslaught upon Northrend we shall be. The cancer of the Scourge threatens to overflow in the crown of the world and drown the rest of us. This time has come to take the fight directly to the Lich King's doorstep. It's been almost a month now, and construction has proceeded apace. I've been too busy to write. My scout study this land is full of dragons and other strange beasts. We'll keep to ourselves until we are ready. In the middle of the services today, the High Abbot proclaimed that vision would arrive soon, one that the light was sending to lead us to victory. I don't know how I feel about that. Why didn't the light tell me? Have I not served faithfully? Now to be replaced by some outsider? Admiral Baron Westwind showed up at my doorstep tonight. By all accounts, he died upon these shores an age ago. He didn't look old enough, and I knew that it was him. Feeling that he was the only survivor of his doomed fleet, that he survived only through the good graces of the light. We stayed up speaking through the night and into the morning. Shermy had no intention of taking my place, that the light had instructed him to travel across the great Dragonblight to serve as my advisor and commander in title only. He claimed that the great change was coming to Northrend. The Alliance and the Horde were going to come en masse in response to a great plague that the Lich King was about to unleash upon them. They would have taken to the Grand Admiral with great zeal, especially High Abbot Landgren and Bishop Street. Apparently, the Holy Light whispered a new blessing to the Admiral in his sleep, which he passed on to Landgren. Some of the men have converted to the priesthood, are now being called Raven Priests. Only Jordan seems unimpressed. I suppose that's understandable. He probably feels his position is threatened, if mine is. Something doesn't seem right. I can't put my finger on it, but I cannot make myself fully trust the Admiral. He's done nothing wrong, quite the contrary, and yet I have to trust my gut. I'll pray for understanding. The light delivered the Admiral to lead us to victory. It's not my place to question his decisions. I will continue to obey. I'm faithful. Another couple of months have passed. We made great strides in the construction of New Hearthglen. The wall is almost complete, as is the barracks. Kaliki's men are miracle workers. My heart hasn't been into writing. I've been avoiding putting my thoughts here for some reason. The light hasn't visited me of late, though the Admiral assures me it's nothing to worry about. I report that a small group of Forsaken have broken ground on a camp along the hillside to the north, on the other side of the hill. The Alliance have apparently begun the construction of a much larger base. The Admiral says we should leave them be. There are other Horde forces gathered to the west that would surely come to their aid if we were to attack. I don't feel good about it, but I see the logic in his reasoning. The first phase of construction is done. Admiral Westwind has ordered a group of men to establish a toehold further to the north. He wouldn't go into detail, claiming that he was being guided to do so. We got 4 spies from the Forsaken town, Venomspite, this afternoon. I'm going to have Alphonse torture them for information. If we only caught 4, how many more have slipped in among us? Why do I feel as if things are beginning to unravel? Quite the story for the Crimson Onslaught here. And we're going to just jump on in and say hi. They are against a lot of stuff that we're also against, but their methods leave a lot to be desired. So we got the book. That's good. We need the head of the High General. That might actually be here. The High General is my old enemy. Discount? I don't think so. Yes, charge. Yeah, we'll find him. John Reed. That one. New Hearthland. Might be here. Let's make our way through here. We got an Onslaught Mason, Onslaught Infantry, Bloodhounds. Let's get into the rest of this area. Got plenty of Scarlet Onslaught to slay. Got some AoEs. Always a good time. Plenty of these guys here. Let's see, on the map, this is just a couple tents. Not too impressive. See what we can find. They're just building some small wooden walls so far. Caribou shoulders of the boar. Fancy. More stuff. Who's sleeping already? Just some guy. Bold strategist sleeping on the job like that. Let's see which directions things are. These look like guys are just kind of guards at the edge of things. Well, I've killed enough of these random low-level guys. Up this way we've got heading back towards this mess. That's not really what we need. We're looking for Onslaught guys. Let's get further out into the base here. Another guy's sleeping. Alright, we got a whole bunch of guys over here. Anybody important? Not really. Finally knocked me off my mount, huh? Rude. This way just goes out into the mountains. That's not too helpful. They got a tower over here. It's probably something. Here come some guys. Should probably fight them. And more guys. That's why not. Why is Dagger of the Eagle magical? Let's get in here. Here's the Onslaught map. But first, these guys. We're just fighting him through a table, because of course we are. Let's pick up the map. Onslaught map. Map with Dragonblight with various markings. Perfect. Anybody up the tower? See what they have to say about it. Death. Death is what they have to say about it. There's Masons around here. Ah, it's the Onslaught Commander. We got a lot of health. Oh man, 82,000 health. Let's get behind him. And he's down. Onslaught Commander slain. All the Masons are trying to stop us, but they can't get to us, which is pretty funny. Who needs parachutes? Alright. I'm not attacked. Let's do this high general guy. Since far too shrewd. Leadership. Give me her head. So there's a new Hearthland to the south. Okay, that's to the south. So that should be everything in this area. So you return to Winterguard Keep, basically. Can do. Can do. go? Yeah, there's the path over there. I'm just gonna run through here. It's probably fine. Unless they knock you off your mount with like a stun or something. Not too dangerous. We definitely have more information. No, this is not exactly the way we wanted to go. It would have been better to go up instead of down there. That's alright. We can make it through here without too much problem. There's that whole getting knocked off your mount thing again. Suboptimal. Suboptimal. Let's get through this disaster of an area. There's just so many of them. Guards, help us. Alright, stuff to turn in. The Return of the Crusade? Question mark. Battle's happening behind us. Hopefully the message is now clear to the Onslaught. I hope it was enough of a beating to make them doubt their affiliations. Get some money and gold and potions. Beautiful. Take these potions. Hi, Commander. The Path of Redemption. You find a copy? Yes, indeed. It's quite the read. Halford reads the journal. Abendis has gone off the deep end. The light speaks to her now. Despite the inane ramblings, the journal gives us a never-before-seen look into the mind of the Scarlet Zealots. This was a great find, Eric Erickson. Lord Fordragon will be pleased.
Have a good one.
Beautiful. Got something for Zelig here.
What can I do for you?
The Onslaught map. All sorts of what they're up to. A cave? Could it be? There can be no other correlation. Frostmourne Cavern. They've labeled the cave as Frostmourne Cavern. Why the Scarlet Onslaught is interested in such things is unknown. But by the look of things, the area surrounding the cave is heavily guarded. Nonetheless, we must proceed. Take the Scrying Orb and travel north out of town, then northwest towards Scarlet Point. Make your way into the cave and battle your way to the bottom. Once there, use the orb. Return here with what you discover. Zelig, the visionary at Winterguard Keep, wants you to bring this to Frostmourne Cavern.
Safe travels.
Alright. We got a magical orb. Always a good time. Let's turn in this quest.
Well met.
Wanted. Onslaught Commander. At least for now, the Scarlet Onslaught suffers a setback in their nefarious plans. You've done Winterguard a great service, Eric Erickson. Let's see what we got here. Got some plate feet. It's got less strength, but more agility, but less critical strike. It has some haste, which is interesting. A little bit less DPS. And way less stamina, that's for sure. What's better? 30 agility and 31 haste, or 10 strength and 39 crit? The extra stamina does have its benefits, so we're good with what we have for now. We got some mail wrists, which has plus everything but minus hit rating. So, mostly it's in stamina though. A little bit of attack power and crit instead of hit rating. Still good with a little bit of hit rating here. That's alright. Some magical robes and some leather pants. Not too excited by any of these, really. Let's take these. Plus, we get some adventuring supplies, which is also nice. Alright. So let us go over to Frostmourne Cavern. North out of town and northwest towards Scarlet Point. Found it. That's Scarlet Point. So we can see it on the map here. Exactly how we're going to get to there from here Guess we just go through the mountains and hope for the best. Seemed to work last time, so let's go for it. And I think that might be it right there, possibly. What we got going on here? This is the Bronze Dragon Shrine. Infinite Time Breaker. Oh, 80 Elite Dragon. Oh no. We're gonna worry about dragon stuff later. One problem at a time here. Want to kind of keep a theme here. At least somewhat. We got a path here. Very good. So if we go this way, I should get to where we want to be. More of the Onslaught guys. Just run past some of them. Scarlet Point. They got mages and stuff. We should probably fight our way in. Just to not make a huge mess of everything. Or we could go around. That's also an option. These are the Onslaught Ravens that we heard about. Doing magic stuff. What else we got here? A whole bunch of guys. Onslaught Death Knight. So they got Death Knights. That's interesting. Unholy Archon. Let's get into the cave here. Frostmourne Cavern. Here we go. Deathbringer Revenants. Looking pretty fancy. A lot of them, too. My goodness. We can fight our way through here pretty effectively. This one's coming here too. We got some kind of crystal here. Magical area. Here's the Frostmourne altar. We got a hammer, an axe, another hammer. The bottom of Frostmourne Cavern? Is that where we are? The walls of Frostmourne Cavern shudder and shake. That's probably fine. Here's some guys.
Salvation, Frostmourne.
Hold, lad. There's an inscription on the dais. It says, "Whomsoever takes up this blade shall wield power eternal. Just as the blade rends flesh, so must power scar the spirit." I should have known. The blade is cursed. Let's get the hell out of here.
I would gladly bear any curse to save my homeland.
Leave it be, Artemis. Forget this business and lead your men home.
Damn the men! Nothing shall prevent me from having my revenge, old friend. Not even you.
See their weapons?
Now, I call out to the spirits of this place. I will give anything or pay any price. Only you will help me save my people.
Secrets of the past revealed. So, he lost his voice. Terrible. And memory. Yes. Can we take this? I'd like to take this. Ah, well. Yeah, that's very interesting. So there is the cursed sword here. And Arthas took it. So, that is more of what happened leading up to the Lich King and everything. He seems like he was already a bit out of it, even before all this. So we're getting bits and pieces of what happened here. And it's a lot happened here. Let's get out of Frostmourne Cavern here. We've got important information from our orb. And this is not New Hearthblade, so I don't think the other guy we're looking for is here. Let's get back to town. Through the mountains. Got some areas we need to still explore at some point. There's some Arctic grizzlies. Yeah, we need to get this back to Zelig. This is a bronze dragon shrine right here. That's always something to look into. Oh. The rich cobalt deposit. Right up there. Beautiful. Haven't been finding too much ore, but that's okay. They're just on 7 at once. Got the points here. And that's mining, 435. Beautiful. Alright. Back into town. Turn this in. And see if there's any other continuations from here. Not on this level. There's lots of levels to Winterguard. Most of them are haunted. Hey there. Marden lives? Could it be? Must notify King Bronzebeard at once. I need to consult the orb. There must be more information somewhere. Ooh, some blue stuff. This could be good. Got magical cloth belt, leather belt, agility, stamina, and attack power. Pretty good in total. It's got about equivalent attack power to strength, less agility than critical strike, and has stamina instead of haste, so not quite what we're looking for. Mail with intelligence, probably not. And plate with strength, stamina, and critical strike. So it's just a little bit more strength and crit. A lot of stamina, but less haste. I'm fairly confident 33 haste would be better than 2 strength and 2 crit. But 43 stamina for a belt. Again, not quite as good as our tanking base belt. So, just a few very specific differences that don't quite compete with what we have. It has a lot of extra stamina, but that's not hugely important. Let's take the most expensive one. And experience, and supplies.
See you later.
All kinds of good stuff. Alright, he's got nothing else. He's looking into the orb, presumably. This is orb. This is crusade stuff. Dragons, 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 dragons. And that one. New Hearthglen to the south. Okay. So we will be heading to various locations. Presumably down in here. Yeah, there we can see Glen there. That's where we need to be. For that quest. Then we got more quests heading up towards the Raft Gate. So we will go that way. Well, both those ways. They're opposite directions, but that's fine. Next time. Goodbye.